I think everyone has such a fondness for David that people are kind and nice to me because, I mean, I'm just the guy who's, wearing his hat.
Hello, welcome to NCIS Partners Probies. I am Diona Reasonover.
I'm Brian Dietzen, and today we are having a very, very special episode where we are going to be talking about the amazing, the incredible, the foundational member of NCIS, Dr. Donald Mallard, also known as Ducky.
David McCallum. I think we haven't had a chance to really kind of talk about David. I think we miss him terribly.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, David was a mentor and a friend to me, obviously. But he's the guy, he's the reason I'm on the show.
Yeah.
He really is. I guest starred on the show for an episode. And because the two of us had chemistry and we hit it off, the producers could see that, the network could see that, but most importantly, David could as well. And he said, I want to do scenes with you. He actually said that to me, and that meant a hell of a lot, coming from him. So we proceeded to then do scenes together for the next, 18 years.
Was it only 18? Weren't you guys together?
Well, I mean, there's a time where he kind of came in less and less. And so we didn't necessarily have very many scenes together. And so when he would come in, we would touch base a little bit, but we wouldn't really have those long scenes where he had those drawn out diatribes and I was sitting there learning from him.
Dude.
But, yeah, it was just an incredible guy, and the character that he created. I mean, when I say foundational, I mean, if you think of the beginnings of NCIS, of course you think of Leroy Jethro Gibbs, you think of Abby Sciuto, you think of Tony DiNozzo. You also right there think of Ducky.
Yeah.
You think of the elder statesman who always had a story, always had a tale, always had a lesson for everybody on the show.
Oh yeah.
And when you say we miss him terribly, boy, that's an understatement, because he is a force of nature and also an incredibly kind person, and a hell of an actor.
Yeah. Oh, you're putting it lightly. I mean, I had my first scenes with him. I came in as Ducky's graduate student that was helping him write his book. And I think I had my very first scene with David. And it was, I was really scared. But he's a great teacher. He's a great mentor, someone that will teach you everything he knows.
So you were like his second protege. I was his first.
No, I think you were. I think that his relationship with you guys had so much time together, and you guys, I feel like, really grew together because you were not only working together, but you were working together at the beginnings of the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And finding those characters together. I sort of came in once he was already established, once he was very established. And when he was starting to he'd already passed off the torch to you a little bit. And he was flying in more from New York than he was necessarily being there.
So it's interesting. You said you were kind of like intimidated at first. For me, I feel like I'll be real honest. I hadn't seen The Man from U.N.C.L.E. before. I'd seen The Great Escape. But I'd not really focused on him as an actor, right? So I came in just going, this he's really good at acting. And, and then I discovered his back catalog of all of his work, and I'm like, I am working with television royalty here, like an absolute legend. And of course, my respects for him started out here. It just went through the roof after that. But it was wonderful because every time I worked with him, it was just two actors doing their thing, there was no hierarchy to it. He was such a giving performer and scene partner.
Well, and I gotta tell you, I was intimidated by the whole show.
Okay.
But I think he was so very much like, come on, we're playing, we're dancing, that I wasn't intimidated working with David. Yeah. Which was nice.
Well, it's because he's the guy who's so welcoming. He was always there. He's always ready to give you anything that that was needed for the scene. And I love the fact that you've mentioned this before, that he memorized things certain ways. So if what you're doing is not you're not giving the right cadence to his cue line, or you're standing in the wrong place, I believe you should be over here.
Oh yeah. He
let me
put
go
you over there. Yeah. Oh man. But I just remember when he would come in, and it was sort of the pandemic had happened because we were still filming like very early on, like after COVID, kind of like after the stay-at-home order, we went back very quickly. And so he had an RV. He wasn't staying in hotels anymore. They literally bought this RV because we all had our trailers and, they were nice. Yeah. He pulled up with this tour bus size RV that he would live in for the whole week that he was filming.
Yeah. And so, sometimes we brought him in for 2, so sometimes he'd be there for 2 weeks. And he just said, I would rather not stay at the nearby Hilton or whatever hotel. And it made sense too, because why expose yourself to all the, different people, hotel workers, all that sort of thing. So he just lived in an RV, and I thought it was so funny I'd be there doing his scene, and maybe if he wasn't even in it, I'd be like, I'm gonna go visit my friend, walk over, hang out in the RV for a little bit.
It's funny, you would at the end of the night, you walk to your car, you say, bye, David. He goes, bye, and he walks across the parking lot to the RV and just closes the door. That's great.
Yeah, that is like you said, that is a loss.
I know you miss your friend.
I do, yeah. And but also it's that thing of celebrating the fact that we got all that time, we got a lot of great time, a lot of great scenes, and the fact that most friendships in your life are not captured on film.
Yeah. Oh wow.
So I got like over a decade and a half of a friendship that I can look back on and actually see, Yeah. And granted, I'm not Jimmy and he's not Ducky, right? But those are extensions of ourselves, as we watch ourselves played back and whatnot. And that friendship is actually a reflection and a genuine extension of what we had in real life. So, I'm very thankful that we had it.
Is it weird to hug you right now?
Get it.
Get it.
Bring it in here.
I'm glad we're friends too.
Ditto. And and you and I too. We'll whenever this journey is done, as far as the show or whatever, we'll have all of these different episodes to look back on.
Oh no, mine is all acting. So listen, in talking about David, we sort of got into this because we got to have a really wonderful, really exciting, dynamic interview with Adam Campbell, who plays young Ducky, not only in NCIS, but also in NCIS Origins.
Okay, Adam Campbell is just the best. We can say that, right? He's just the best guy, man. He is so funny. He's so quick-witted. He's an incredibly talented performer. Mm-hmm. And just what I would describe as just a really good hang, and he doesn't, let his British accent make you feel too stupid, which I think is so nice of him.
I spit all over you. That's really funny. Stay tuned for our interview with Adam Campbell. It's coming right up.
And here we are with Adam Campbell. Adam, thank you so much for joining us here today on NCIS Partners and Probies.
Thank you for having me. I'm very happy to be here.
Oh.
Well, we are happy to have you here. As everyone knows, Ducky is an incredible cornerstone of NCIS, of the entire universe made famous by David McCallum. And to have you here as another person who plays the character, can we just start right there real quick? You first portrayed the character of a young Ducky in 2014. Was that daunting anyway? Because NCIS had already been around for, I think, about 11 years by then. What was that like? Give us a little shorthand on your experience there.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I hadn't really watched much of the show until that point. And
same, by the way.
Same for you.
Same.
Yeah.
You're not alone.
Yeah. And there's so many episodes. Funnily enough, I've gone back to the very beginning, and I'm just going to try and watch them all.
Oh,
yeah. You know what? My son is in the midst of doing that. I think he's up to like season 8.
Oh,
There's
really?
plenty. There's 500 shows.
Yeah, there's quite a lot to get through. I realise now I'm making this commitment, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to stick with it, but it's a lot of hours.
Well, we have it now on the podcast, on video and audio format, so we can hold you to it.
No, it's
binding.
It's
legally binding.
It is.
Right
It
now.
100%
it's
is binding.
It's kind of like a blood oath.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
it's a podcast oath. This is the same thing.
You have access to my soul.
Okay. Terrific.
Sorry, soul.
But back to your question, Brian. So anyway, when I got the job, I watched as much as I could before. I think I had like 5 days or something, and I immediately felt intimidated.
Yeah,
I did. I felt, oh my gosh, this is a really good character. I really don't want to mess it up. And I since found out how popular the show was, and I thought I could really screw this up. So I was a little bit scared because I knew how kind of precious the character was, and I was aware that I would be under scrutiny. So I was a little daunted, to say the least.
That's so wild to me because you're so incredible. Like, you just really embody it. So you're such a wonderful actor. So to hear that you were intimidated, I'm actually shocked.
See, he acted you.
He acted me right there.
You,
That's
and
good.
He gotcha.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, you fell for it. But funnily enough, when I got it, a couple of days later, David phoned me directly. I don't know how he got my number, but he just phoned me. And he said, I hear you're playing the younger version of me. Let's have lunch. And so he invited me up to the stages and we had lunch together and we talked about the character. And I felt brilliant after that because he was so, first to have him on board with it. So I didn't know also, maybe it's weird for somebody else to play a younger version of yourself. I didn't know how he would react to me, and he couldn't have been nicer. And we talked a little bit about the character and maybe how to do it, how not to do it. One thing he said was don't try and do an impression of me. Which was a really helpful thing to do because I was going to do an impression of me. Right. And we talked about kind of some of the non-negotiables that Ducky carries with him, and I found that very, very helpful.
He mentored you kind of in a similar way, didn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I was cast. I was cast as his assistant, and it was supposed to be, like a one-day role. They were actually going to have multiple assistants come in, kind of like, Spinal Tap's drummer, like they just wouldn't last and whatnot. And Ducky would just be firing people left and right, and David, he was very smart about it. He said, I don't think that's good for my character to be seen as the guy who can't stand anyone and is firing everyone. So he and I hit it off, and he said, I think we should keep doing this thing. So he kind of voiced that to Don Belisario at the time. And I think I credit him with keeping me around.
So your role started as a guest star?
Yeah, and one-day guest star.
With no promise of anything else?
No, they said possible it could come back. Wow. But then it was the next week I came back, and then the week after that.
Wow.
And then I kept showing up. And they kept giving me lines.
That is amazing. Okay, so how many years has it been for you now?
It was season 1, and we're on season 23 now. Oh. So 22 years.
Yeah.
It is incredible.
I mean, 22 years, and you're 11, right? Because 2014, we're in 2015 now.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
2025. Sorry, I just put it way back.
Numbers are difficult for me as well.
All three actors here.
We're actors. 1 + 1, 7.
That's a tough look.
And you joined in what year?
I joined in. You want me to say a number? You heard what just happened.
No, just any number.
Okay.
Pick a number.
12.
Fine.
No, I joined in 2018. But
2018, okay.
I'm so curious to hear some of Ducky's non-negotiables.
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, well, he said, David said to me, Ducky does like to find the humor in things. Mm-hmm. He don't be afraid to find an odd, quirky take on a situation, which I found quite helpful. Yeah. And we talked about sort of his kindness as a person, that he's not motivated by selfishness or personal gain. He said he treats everyone pretty equally, whether they're the politician or the plumber. Mm. And I mean, these are all things that come out as you watch him play it. But it was great to have him assert that to me.
I experienced something similar. We went and sat in on a lot of autopsies together.
Oh, did you really?
For the research. Yeah, so we'd go down to Mission Street down here in Los Angeles, and we'd sit in the LA County coroner.
Did they know you were sitting in there?
Craig Harvard. We snuck in. It was fine. No one's calling.
They were under a sheet next to going, "Don't come over here."
So we would go in there and we would observe these MEs with their techs, their assistants. And we would see how they were talking back and forth about, the game last night or a date they had over the weekend, whatever, talking about real life. Yeah. And so you could see on a show where you want to write banter amongst people,
Yeah.
that you might tend towards like, let's write some punchlines and funny bits. And he was very, what you just said, he was very true to, I'm not here to tell jokes. I want to, funny things can happen from our conversation, but everything I do, I want it to be in earnest,
Yeah.
you know, and in
Yeah.
service of this job that I'm doing. And because if it's just us, tripping over dead bodies, then
Yeah.
that it seems disingenuous.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, and it seems like he said the exact same thing to you. Like,
Yeah. And just from watching him so much, that he does have this huge respect for the body.
yeah,
He has
Yeah.
a huge respect for the victim, and he's sensitive and I suppose, yeah, that desire to kind of talk to the body as if they were still alive.
Yeah.
That is kind of where that comes from for him.
And he also had this thing where he's very specific about it. This is a service member, someone who served our country. I mean, David is a very, very patriotic American. And this person on the table deserves our utmost respect, no matter what happened to the body, all that sort of stuff. So we're going to treat it with the reverence it deserves. Now, the nuttiness that might happen amongst ourselves, that's our own deal, but it doesn't involve the person who's served their country. And yeah, it sounds like he passed on some good stuff to you.
He
about
did.
that.
He did. And obviously you spent so much time with him, and
Paramount.
you have obviously a great memory of him, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a incredible man. Really wonderful to work with, and became a very, very good friend. And it was interesting to watch you, because I think you're the only person who, in the NCIS universe, because now that we have Origins, we have the younger versions of Gibbs and of Franks, and even I think Fornell and Pride. You're the only one of them that's had scenes with their contemporary. You know,
Oh, is that right?
yeah, because if you think about it, none of these people would ever meet
Yeah.
at their older
yeah,
self.
that's true. Yeah,
You know, so
that's right.
I think it wasn't your first time up. It might have been your third or fourth time on our show where we had that wonderful scene, and then you were just joined Ducky right
Yeah.
there
In
there's
the
two
autopsy
Duckies.
room.
Yeah.
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 We had a little wink. No, I raised a glass.
You raised
to-
a glass
Yeah,
of
that's right.
champagne or something like
Yeah.
that. It was really cool. I love that.
Did you write that episode?
Yes, I did.
You did? Okay.
No, I didn't.
You are so funny. But this makes sense. I mean, beyond doing NCIS, you've done a lot of comedy. I mean, you were hilarious on Kimmy Schmidt.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm sort of curious, and you mentioned actually how David told you that this character, kind of has a sense of humor. And I'm curious about how you like to sort of balance your process of balancing like sort of comedy and drama in one scene, because it's a character that can shift very quickly.
Yeah. I always would try and find the funny in something. And I think I'm like that just normally,
Yeah.
which is infuriating to live with. We're trying to talk about something serious, Adam. My father is unwell. But yeah, I think that's what, I think that's why I love the way that Ducky's written, is that there is that potential for it. And it's not like he even necessarily knows he's being funny, but he'll go off on a random historical story, or he'll bring in an allegory.
Yeah.
There's that kind of play with words, and the fact that he's so well educated that he just can pull on this extraordinary knowledge of history, or this extraordinary knowledge of current events, or whatever it is. It's just he has this kind of. We talked about improv earlier.
Yeah.
It's like the guys who are so good at improv, and girls are often the ones who have the best vocabulary.
Oh,
I feel like the fact that they can draw on the right word at the right time, it's like, I feel like that was David, and that was the way Ducky was. He just had this wealth of knowledge. And I mean, I think I'm right, Brian, that his background is he was educated at a very good school in England, at Eton, and went to Cambridge I think he read English or history or something.
Yeah.
And so I think that, I'm assuming David was as bright as Ducky, would you say?
He was. I mean, David was highly self-taught too. I
Really?
mean, his father is a, very accomplished musician, and David, of course, was a musician as well.
Yes.
But yeah, he taught himself nearly everything that he knew. I mean, that guy, and then he served in the British Royal Navy, and he was stationed in Africa for years, And yeah, just a guy who, if he didn't know something, he would just pop open a book and just read about all of it. and then come back. Did you know? And then say, oh gosh, wow, you really researched this since we last spoke.
That's really cool to hear.
Yeah.
Just really curious, was on set between scenes, was he a reader? Was he a talker? What would he do in the downtime between takes?
It depended. There was certain times where he would have, we all have our cast chairs and the director's chairs.
He had a different one.
So he had a different one, which was more of like a
throne?
a lounge
Yeah.
chair.
Okay, really?
Yeah. So it's
my man was
like
chilling.
a chaise longue?
no, well,
No.
he would have like a camping chair that would set up, and you think, oh, it's just a camping chair. No, he could sit in the camping chair and lean back, and the thing went down
Really?
completely prone, and he put his legs up and just,
Wow.
But I mean,
Sort of lazy boy.
yeah,
kind of,
Yeah.
the camping version of a lazy boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but I mean, the guy was up at 4 o'clock in the morning. He's the early riser.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He'd do his Pilates. Hey, have someone come
Really?
over do Pilates with him every day, and
So
then he'd come up
disciplined.
to set. Yeah, and he would also. Let me ask you, because I want to compare it to the story I'm going to tell you about how he memorized his lines. How do you memorize your lines? Is there any? Do you have any specific way of doing it?
Bedtime,
Okay.
right before you go to sleep.
Right.
Has to be the last thing in my mind
So that
before
it'll play
Oh, yeah,
over.
so
before I
that
go to
you
sleep. And then the minute, not before my head lifts from the pillow, I have to say the lines in my head. The first thing I think about has to be the lines.
Oh, wow.
And it's weird, but it does it. It's like magic.
That's so fast. How many times do you have to read it before bed?
Yeah.
1,000?
Great.
That's
Makes
the
sense.
downside. Yeah, you've
Yeah.
got to read it 1,000
Yeah,
times.
it takes like 6 hours.
But you guys have this extraordinary ability to make that jargon trip off the tongue. It's amazing watching you guys do it.
No, I'm lying. I don't know what I'm saying half the time. I
don't know what she's saying either.
I don't. I scan it like Shakespeare. So I just look for the stress words and
Really?
I emphasize those, even if I'm not, because I'm not going to understand the science behind this half the time. So
Very convincing.
yeah, I treat it like a Shakespeare.
It is genuinely.
Yeah.
You guys obviously have great chemistry together, but the way that you're able to make this dense stuff sound like you really know what you're talking about, it's really impressive.
But you can
We were
speak to
just-
this. No,
we were just speaking about this with another guest about that was what McCallum always said was his job was to make the inane sound interesting.
For sure.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like anyone can cry in a scene or crack a joke or that anything, but when you have medical exposition to deliver for 3/4 of a page, to make that sound engaging and make that sound interesting so that people actually follow along with the plot. He said, that's what they pay us for. He said, the reward is when we get fun scenes together.
That's right. Yeah, because if you're bored thinking about it, then the audience is definitely going to be.
Yeah.
So you've got to try and find a way to add a bit of spice to it.
Yeah.
That's why I like to do my Jamaican accent.
and I had my very first scene with David. Like my first NCIS scene that I shot was with McCallum.
Really?
It was, and you can speak to how he memorized lines earlier.
yeah.
But at the time, he had cards,
Oh,
so
yeah.
he would come in and comes
they
in
look
off book,
about this size.
but he about this size and written this big. But he would kind of come in and he would read his line, like say it was I think he hit the wall. He would go, I think he hit the. I sort of pictured you more over there.
Really?
Because he would be in his house like doing the whole thing. And I'd be like, all right, I'll dance with you. Yes, I am on your dance card wherever you want me. Let's go.
That's really cool to hear his process.
Well,
that
a
must have
big
been
part of his
amazing.
process. Do you know where he memorized his lines?
Where?
He would take note cards like this. He'd write them all out, and he would get them. He'd sit in his bathtub. He'd put them up on the wall, and then he would just have them all up there, and he would just like that and sit back and like that. And look again. Okay, then he'd memorize them while sitting in the bathtub.
Really?
That
I think it's
explains
just like
the water stains.
yeah, it's a
Yes,
lot
okay.
of soggy
A lot of
note
soggy
cards.
cards.
That's really cool.
I think it was just a matter of like getting his brain and himself just relaxed to a space where it's like let it all kind of come in,
Yeah.
literally wash over.
I could see that.
Would you try that?
I'd just take my clothes off?
No.
Right now.
No.
Yeah.
No. This is live streamed, everybody.
Yeah, this is
But would you?
going out to everyone.
Do you need like I'm asking because it sounds actually kind of similar because you need the relaxation. It sounds like of sleep.
I don't know if it's relaxation or it's more there's something happens with your brain during the night or my brain where it just absorbs it quicker.
Yeah.
If I don't do it at nighttime, it won't be in there. Yeah. But the episode I did on Origins last was I've never been in an episode more than that in my life. I've never worked harder than in that episode. It was amazing,
Yeah.
but it was so much dialogue.
Yeah.
And I was absolutely terrified. I had 5 or 6 days to learn it all. I didn't do anything apart from just like cramming the words. So it was a lot of going to sleep, learning, getting up, learning.
Do we learn any, I'm jumping, do you learn anything new about Ducky that you did not know in that episode?
Yes. There's a little journey he goes on of self-discovery. We talked about his kind of unique autopsy style.
Mm-hmm.
We figure out where that kind of comes from in
Right.
in that season 2 episode. It kind of comes out that he really misses being a medical doctor, misses interacting with living people.
Oh, wow.
And he's sort of challenged to bring that into the autopsy room and to treat them more as people rather than just lumps of flesh.
Oh, wow. And how did that...
It's funny, I treat people the opposite way, right?
Yeah, everyone says that
sure.
about you.
Yeah.
I treat living people like
It's on your
Exactly. Just-
Wikipedia.
yeah.
It's
brutal, man.
Yeah.
That Wikipedia is brutal.
Don't read the personal life section.
No. My mother writes these things.
Oh,
It is-
okay.
it's
Well,
You know, anyone can add.
Anyone
No, I
can.
know.
Like,
Anyone can.
everyone has a voice. It's
Yeah.
a meritocracy.
it's true.
Good.
Yeah, it is.
So speaking of origins, I want to ask you, what was that like, man? Like getting that phone call. Obviously, you'd spent so much time with us on our show, and they're doing I obviously, because I have such a fondness for this character, I'm talking to David North and Gina, and I'm like, you guys got to bring back Ducky, man. He's so great. And I mean, Adam's the right age. He's perfect for it and everything. And it wasn't in the first season.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, like, if the timing works out, and I think by the time we did the first episode of NCIS, which is 2003, I think they said it's been around 10 years that they've known one another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's got to be sometime soon that they meet each other.
Yeah.
So what was it like getting were you kind of anticipating a phone call for that, or did you not take it for granted that you would be cast again?
Exactly that. I knew, I assume at some point Ducky's got to come into that show.
Sure.
But I also thought, realistically, this would be a good opportunity to, if you're going to recast it, this would be the time to do it.
Sure.
So I was like, I obviously was really hoping that I would do it, but I was fully understood that it might be an opportunity to find a different actor to play him, you know, maybe bring something different to it. So I was really relieved when I got a phone call to say, would you come and do it again? Because it felt like a massive like vote of confidence, and it just, also I was very excited to do it because I love playing that role.
Yeah.
So I was relieved, genuinely relieved to get that call.
Did you get a call from Mark Harmon?
Got a series of lovely text messages.
Text messages. Okay. I heard he contacted you prior to.
He did.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, he's always been so kind to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel? It feels like such a banal question, but I'm actually curious because it bothers me. How do you feel about like the gore? Not like, you know, in a judgmental way, but I mean, like, are you comfortable with it in scenes? Does
Absolutely.
It bother you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have any aversion to that. No.
Oh, I have to pop my contact lenses out.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it make you physically vomitous? Nauseous?
Not on camera, but it makes me physically sweatitus. Is that?
That is the medical term.
Yeah, that is the medical term.
Sweatitus, yes.
Were you always comfortable with it?
I think so, yeah. Not in a psychopathic way, but I'm just
How
not.
many like pets have you killed?
How many bodies do you have?
Yeah.
Always cats.
Like, is it like
always in the same way.
Started
Don't
with
F with cats.
grasshoppers.
Yes.
You moved up to cats.
Cats now, yeah.
Don't F with cats.
And I'm still moving upwards. Who knows what's
Okay.
next?
Oh, no.
Whoa,
Yeah.
you looked at me weird that way.
Yes,
Okay.
I did.
All right.
Yes.
All right. This has been
Yes, I
NCIS,
did.
Partners Probies. I'm Diona.
Yeah, no, I don't mind the gore and stuff. I'm assuming you don't either. You're always holding bits of
Yeah.
brain and things.
You kind of get used to it after a while. I think though that because like if you really think about it, what we're doing or what we're portraying that we're doing is that these are all pieces of evidence that we have in our hands.
Yeah.
And this is like this thing that we're doing is going to give closure to someone, and it's going to maybe bring justice in some way.
Yeah.
And so instead of viewing it as you know, a person's gallbladder or liver or whatever it is that you're taking out, it really is, this is a piece of evidence that could help exonerate another person, that could put this person who killed this, you know, this person behind bars.
Yeah.
And I think once it gets into that realm in your mentally, it ceases to be, I don't know, anything gory or disgusting.
I think that it has to be that because of the number of people who work in that world. That I've never seen a dead body in my life, actually.
Oh, interesting.
No, never done.
Good.
Which is exactly what a killer would say. But no, I've never interacted with a dead body. But I'm probably more intimidated by the thought of it than actually doing it. Because my friends who've seen dead bodies sort of say it is a dead body, but it's like they're not there anymore. So it is sort of this object.
Are you guys getting together and being like, oh, here's the dead body of the week I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's an odd group of
I
friends.
promise. That's a problem.
Yeah, you should hang out with us.
Nope, I'm okay.
We're
That
great
sounds
fun.
like a weird sesh.
Yeah.
Weird hang sesh there.
It is.
But would you be interested in ever like observing that the real thing, like sitting in on something like that and
This is
having them walk you through?
the oddest proposition I've ever.
I'm just asking you if you're busy on Thursday. Don't make it weird.
Right.
Look me in the eyes. Are you busy on Thursday?
What do you?
Once again, this has been NCIS Partners Probies. You can catch us on YouTube. No sponsors are going to sponsor this.
This is at your house.
It's not important. It's not important.
I would be very, very interested
Yeah.
in doing that. Yeah. If it's legal and if it's safe and if it's consensual.
It won't move that well.
Yeah. Switching
because-
topics.
because
Did you
I-
ever listen to The Edge, David? Did you ever listen to David McCallum's song The Edge?
I did. That's a good segue. Back to our earlier.
Okay, yeah. What we were just talking about. No, because I felt intimidated to go and do something like that because it's so outside my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And also, having sat in on a number of them now, it is. Boy, I know I would never do that in my non-actor life. Like that's not for me.
For sure.
It's a noble profession. It's something that people really have to do.
Yeah.
And certain people have a calling for it, but I just don't know that I could stand it emotionally because I think it probably takes a while to get over that emotional and visceral reaction to seeing that.
Oh, I bet.
But the first, several times that you see it, it doesn't leave you, because it's so bred into us that is something that is almost scary.
Here's a question.
Sure.
Is there a smell?
Yes.
Oh,
So-
I would have a problem with that.
That's the
A lot
hardest
of
part.
smells.
That's the hardest part for me is that like
A lot of smells.
when you go in,
What does it smell like?
Big whiffs. Just bad.
Big honking whiffs.
wafts.
it smells like
Wafts.
sorry, but it smells like feces and roadkill mixed
Oh.
together.
The new fragrance from Brian Dietzen.
Exactly.
Sure.
No, but when you leave the medical examiner's office, like I went home and I had to throw out one of my shirts. It's kind of like a cigarette smell that sticks to you, and it won't go away.
And I imagine you can't unsmell it once you've smelled it.
Yes. And well, I think a lot of people that work with it regularly, they don't smell it after a while. Much like if you work in a bar, you get used to the cigarette smell. You know?
Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, that was tough. That was a tough
I
part
would
of
find
it.
that really hard.
Yeah. Can I talk a little bit about your future as an actor?
Sure,
Like,
yeah.
because you're playing such a, obviously, we've said it many times, an iconic role. But I'm kind of curious because we were talking a little bit earlier about like you started studying theater, and I'm curious to what your kind of dream next role would be. Let's imagine that you can keep doing this.
Sure,
but
yeah.
Also, what do you kind of dream about as an actor?
Oh my gosh. Funnily enough, my wife and I talk about this all the time. My wife's an actor.
Yeah, that works.
Either.
Yeah, dealer's choice.
She's an acting.
She's a verb.
Yeah, she is. She's lots of things, but the main thing she is an actor.
Did you guys Did you guys meet acting?
Yes, we did.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
We met on a film in 2007 called Epic Movie,
So sweet.
and we were married within a year.
Were you playing a couple?
Yeah, we were playing brother and sister.
Oh, a couple of siblings. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we're playing-
okay.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
different. Okay, that's
Sorry,
different.
what other couples are there?
Oh no, that's
No.
Yeah.
this is totally normal. Go
Yeah,
on.
yeah. She's an actor as well. And we're always talking about, what would your dream job be? And it's been so weirdly slow for the last few years
Yeah.
for both of us
Yeah.
that it's got to a point where we're just like, gosh, anything would be great.
Yeah.
Any job would be great. And so we're always very, very, very grateful for any opportunity. And she's working now, thankfully, as well, which is awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
But in a dream world, comedy probably.
Oh,
Something
really?
comedic.
Ooh.
Yeah. I really like British comedies.
Oh, yeah.
There's a guy called Armando Iannucci who created Veep. You know
Yes.
that world. There's a show he made which was about British politics called The Thick of It. And
I've not seen it.
I think it is one of the best TV shows ever written.
Is this?
Oh, yeah.
Is this? a current show, or is this
No, I mean,
previous?
it must have finished in 2006, maybe 2007.
Okay, I gotta see it.
But they did 6 seasons, I think.
Oh, wow.
And it is the best writing, the best delivery. The actors are incredible. That's the sort of thing that really floats my boat.
Oh, yeah. I was actually weirdly sort of raised on classic British comedies is what we would watch.
Go on,
at
what
my
else?
house.
What did you? What did
Are You
like?
Being Served?
Sure.
Keeping Up Appearances, Mrs. Brown's Boy. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
really?
Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
all that stuff. So I'm
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I'm in here with you.
Did you have any interest in Blackadder?
You know, I haven't seen it. I actually
Rowan
haven't seen it, but I
Atkinson.
have to get BritBox because I want
Okay,
to watch
yeah,
it.
I think it's probably on BritBox.
Ah.
Yeah, Rowan Atkinson is the greatest.
Do you want to create comedy or?
I mean, I think it's hard to write.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to add to something, or it's easier to add to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think if there's a couple of lines of dialogue that are needed, that might be easier. But to do things like you do, which is see the full picture, I find that very hard.
It's difficult.
That's
You
really
know
difficult.
what? I find so many people come on here and are like, oh, you guys, that's so hard. But it's those people that I'm like, I bet you would be a fabulous writer. Because just listening to you talk about how you view character, about the way you take inspiration from the world, I'm like, that is what I'm always aspiring to do as a writer.
And you write.
I mean,
Oh yes.
I spell everything
Absolutely.
wrong. I got my punctuation is terrible. But yeah, I write.
you do.
You know what I mean?
And comedy.
I write. I started off in comedy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
well,
going to
that's
make a
what-
joke. I was going to make a joke, but the
Do,
truth is,
yeah,
I
yeah, do.
started off in comedy.
No, she's a staff
And-
writer on
Don't
a
let
couple
Brian
of
stop.
comedies.
Oh, really? Is that right?
That's what. Yeah,
Really?
I left a staff writing job actually to come do this.
Oh my
So-
goodness, how amazing!
This podcast.
Maybe. Yeah, this podcast today. I just called out. I was like, guys, can't make it.
Did you make a mistake?
I don't know. I mean, this thing's gonna be huge.
It's definitely gonna be.
But I'm like, but when I hear you talk about it, I'm like, I think you would be such a good writer.
Oh well, that's nice of you to say. Or
It's
maybe I'll
because
do
of the
it.
British accent.
Yeah, I think it covers a multitude of
Right.
sins. The
Nope,
accent.
I'm not even going to comedy my way out of this.
Okay.
I think you have
You really mean it?
I think you have a great artistic approach.
Okay, well I'll try it tonight.
Okay, it's
Yeah. Why not?
tonight.
I'll try writing. Thanks
Just
for saying that.
30 pages, bang it
Yeah,
out
fine,
tonight.
easy.
Yeah.
And then there's
You
future
write-
employment right there.
Yeah, you write like this. What's first? This. Oh, I know. What's next? That's how
Do
all
it like
writers
that. It
write.
sounds so easy.
Yeah.
It's
What
easy.
Brian does.
Yeah.
Can I ask very quick?
Yes.
Do you use AI at all now? Ever in writing? Is that an awful question to ask?
I have not.
Okay.
I have not. But I just wrote an episode of NCIS that was about AI. So that was cool.
That's cool.
But okay, speaking of NCIS, speaking of getting back to the mothership,
yeah.
I want to talk about the episode that you just wrapped yesterday.
Yeah.
The 500th episode of NCIS, which of course is a landmark episode for our series. I'm going to ask you the same question again. What was it like getting a phone call after you've just worked on NCIS Origins and you're like, hey, maybe we can start coming back and doing some more of those because maybe Ducky will be appearing, here and there and hopefully, on a more regular, semi-regular or regular basis. What is it like then to get a call from the mothership and say, hey, we want you to come back to this show?
Completely unexpected because, of
Yeah.
course, after David passed away, I just assumed, okay, well, that's it.
Right.
So I was really surprised. I was like, that's
Yeah.
so cool. Delighted to get a phone call. Genuinely delighted.
Yeah.
And it was really nice to be back up there again with everybody. And it's such a lovely, as you know better than I do, what a lovely group of people and very supportive and friendly and I think there's such goodwill towards the character of Ducky.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
everyone has such a fondness for David that there's this glow that I get from it as well, that people are kind and nice to me because, I'm just the guy who's, wearing his hat. But people are still very nice to me. It's because they love him and they love the character that he's made. But it was a great episode to be part of. I was really honoured to be in the last scene with Rocky. That was a lot.
I wanted to stay and watch that. It was, you guys were filming right after me and Rocky filmed our last scene, but I was actually a mess. I was actually
Yeah.
trying not to cry in front of, on set for reasons, so I did not stay.
Everybody was crying. Except for me, because I'm British and I don't engage with emotions.
Sure, and also dehydration.
You just
Push it
kinda
all down.
swallow it.
Oh, yeah, that's
there,
good.
And, then
And it comes out.
And that's what gives you the
With the
accent,
killing.
right?
Yeah.
With the
Yes,
killing.
that's-
If I eat enough fiber, it comes out.
Okay,
Sure,
got it.
okay.
Got it. And this is a series-changing episode, and that we know what happens at the end of it. That had to be a heavy thing when you got the script to know, oh, I am the one welcoming this person to the next world. I am the Clarence Oddbody or whatever it is from It's a Wonderful Life. I'm an angel of sorts.
Yeah, it's very strange to play a character in some form of afterlife.
Yeah.
And what is very clear from the writing is that the way that the afterlife is viewed in this episode is that it is a wonderful place of reunification. It was so well written. It was so well written. It felt safe, and you could tell that there's the way that Rocky acted it, which was just brilliant watching him last night. There was this fear and that was immediately taken over by, I almost saw relief in his eyes that, death is nothing to be afraid of. In fact, it's way better than I thought. And the doors open and he sees his wife again. And it's just brilliantly acted the way he did it. It was beautiful. And the camera guys and the sound guys, everyone was weeping. Again, apart from me.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's just dead inside.
Yeah.
It was
It was a lot.
It was great having you be on set because even just passing you have such a beautiful energy and it felt very good. But okay, I'm gonna move on so I don't start crying.
Yeah.
Can we do Probie question?
On NCIS, we have fans of the show.
Oh yeah.
And we have lovingly termed them the NCIS Probies. And each week we tell them which guest we're going to have on, and they write in a few questions for said guest.
Great.
And usually they are absolute bangers.
They are.
Yeah. First and foremost, we can rapid fire these, or you can give long drawn out diatribes.
Okay.
A la Ducky. It doesn't matter. Will young Ducky make more guest appearances on Origins? That's the one that everyone wants to know, first and foremost.
And if you say yes, it's contractually binding.
Yeah, because again, this is a podcast, which is much like a blood oath.
Yes.
I think so, which is quite a diplomatic answer.
That's
But I believe so. I believe so. I may be back on Origins.
I like that.
It is. It's funny we're asking that because it's almost like we're asking.
We're asking.
On another show, you could die, but that you've got so many more.
that's true.
You're like Gibbs and Franks.
The
Like
one thing I
you're
know
invincible.
is that I do not die.
Yeah.
Which is great relief.
Which is great on a procedural.
Seriously,
You don't
huge
know
relief.
that most of the time.
Totally, yeah. That's the one guarantee that Ducky will not die in Origins.
When we had Caleb Foote on here talking about the show,
Yeah.
and he was
He's so funny, isn't he?
He was hilarious.
He's so good.
And he was saying that I'm like the guy that we don't know if he makes it out or not. So when we go through doors, I'm like, Franks, Gibbs, get in front of me. And I'm hiding behind those guys because they're invincible.
Yeah.
Because they make it to the mothership. I don't know if I do.
That's really funny. He is such a laugh.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, on Origins, who is the smartest character on the team?
Smartest character. Oh gosh. In my limited experience, I would probably say Marielle's character.
Yeah, she's great. She's great.
Yeah,
There's
Lala.
she has this
Lala.
wisdom to it. Yeah, I think she's the smartest. She's a smart cookie.
She is, and so incredibly generous of you to not immediately say yourself, because that's what I would do.
Oh, could I have said myself?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, there we go. That's
Okay, rewind.
That's more
We're
like
gonna,
it.
we're gonna
I
take
just
that
thought
back.
that was a given.
No,
Okay,
that's more like
okay,
it.
we're gonna take that back and
Yes.
go.
Me.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Shocked.
Yes.
Hold on.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, that's right.
Me too.
They
Yeah.
have the answers
Was
on
that
here
the
too.
right? Oh, good,
yeah.
good.
They have the answers on here
10
as well.
points.
Do you? All right, and what has it been like this year specifically? What's it been like switching between Origins and the Mothership?
Oh.
It says
Yeah.
Origins of the Mothership because I don't think anybody knew when they're writing this in that obviously you're going to be in the 500th episode.
Sure.
But my take on that question is, what is it like this year? Because you're portraying someone 35 years ago
Yeah.
versus someone's spirit. I
Yeah.
guess.
I basically tried not to separate the two. I imagined it's just a continuation of the way that Ducky always is, whether it's in Origins or the Mothership. So, I mean, I know the shows are slightly different in tone.
Sure.
I feel like Origins is a bit darker.
Yeah.
And it's not so jovial like NCIS is. But I still think Ducky's the same. I don't think there's, he's consistent. So I didn't really see much difference between the two shows.
Yeah.
I just thought I've got to do the same thing. And what I do is I watch a load of David doing it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just watch like supercuts of him to remind me of how he does things.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I have a question. Has anybody made one of those super edits of you, to music?
Oh, I have.
Oh, you have?
No, I haven't really, but I'm going to do it tonight. No, I don't know. Maybe I'd like to see it. Maybe my mother has.
Shout out, by the way, to our NCIS editor who does a lot of fan videos of us, Maggie Edits. We love you. Thank you so much, Maggie Edits. You're the best. Sorry, I had to do that.
No, that's good. That's important.
I have a question for you that's not one of the Probie questions, but I do want to know if you play a young David McCallum very well. Especially considering the fact that we got to see David McCallum when he was younger, right? I mean, getting to see him in The Great Escape and getting to see him in Mosquito Squadron and all these things. If they were to remake The Man from U.N.C.L.E., would you tell your agent hey, I got this? I think I got this. We could do this.
I mean, it was such a cool role. Was it Ilya?
Ilya Kuryakin.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness, it was so flipping cool.
Great.
Oh my goodness.
Pretty iconic for a generation too.
Seriously, it was he was amazing in that. I'd like to do it, please. Yes, I would.
Yeah.
It's gotta. Is this
okay?
happening?
No, this is going to go out to Hollywood, so
Great.
they'll know.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I think it's ready to go now.
If it's possible, I'm pretty free. I'm not great on Wednesdays and Fridays, but every other day I'm pretty free.
What are you doing on Wednesdays?
And not weekends.
What are you doing Wednesdays?
No, I'm joking. I'm free every day.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just a little bit too much time on my hands.
The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Did you guys know that why it was called The Man from U.N.C.L.E. was because it was originally going to be a show about Robert Vaughn.
Oh, right.
And so the man from this secret organization, U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah.
And in the pilot episode of that show, David had 3 lines maybe, as Ilya Kuryakin. But he just lit up the screen. People liked him so much that they decided by the second or third episode, this is going to be a two-hander. They brought that guy forward, so all of a sudden it was a partnership between Robert Vaughn and David McCallum.
Wow.
And they retained the name, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. instead of The Men from U.N.C.L.E.
That's interesting. I did not know
Or
that.
the dudes or guys from U.N.C.L.E.
The dudes or the guys
dudes,
from
the
U.N.C.L.E.
guys
doesn't
from
roll off the tongue quite
Yeah,
as
I think
well.
The Man from U.N.C.L.E. sounds better.
It's kind of cool. Maybe they will do a remake.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, they did a movie, I believe.
Oh, they did?
I
Okay.
think they did one with
Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart.
yeah, that was probably it. Snoop.
It's a great combo.
So if you were to do that, if you were to do The Man from U.N.C.L.E.,
Yeah.
who would play Robert Vaughn to your Ilya?
Joy Behar.
Joy Behar.
Joy Behar, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
You've talked to her about this.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
I don't want this to be breaking news and have her
Yeah.
be spitting out her tea as she's listening.
If we can get the dates to work.
Okay.
You know what? I'm shocked by that answer. I really thought that you would go for somebody a little more unexpected. I didn't think
Yes,
you
I
would.
know.
Yeah,
It's a
she's
bit on the
stereotypical
nose.
casting.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, but if the glove fits, though, you know,
Yeah.
she's
She's just good at those roles.
She just does those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually between her and Chris Tucker.
Right, 100%.
Yeah.
Chris Tucker.
They compete for a lot of roles. Joy and Chris.
Stop.
I'm just saying.
Stop.
Do you think, are people going to watch this?
This thing that we're doing right now,
Yeah.
none of these cameras are rolling.
I sure hope so.
What are you-
This is actually
these
get on the
these
floor.
mics are fake. It's fine.
Get on the floor. This is killing. We're practicing. We're practicing. Oh, dude, it's been so good.
I've loved this. I've really enjoyed it.
Ah,
At
This is
times
great.
I've forgotten it's being recorded. That's how comfortable I am talking to you both.
That's wonderful. That's what our objective is at all times, is to make
Really
make
good.
you forget you're on a podcast, so you say the stuff you don't want to say.
Yes.
And I feel like we've done that.
Yeah, you
Yes.
really have. Yes.
Yes, I
Yeah,
think
I
so.
feel like I've revealed a little too much.
Well, I so appreciate that you, as you said, are just a guy who wears David McCallum's hat.
Yeah.
you wear it really well, man.
Yeah.
And
Thank
and I know that he loved your performance. I know that he loved you as a guy. He just sang your praises and thought you were the best. And thank you for coming here to spend some time with us. And
Thank you.
yeah, and I'm excited that we get to see you on Origins now, man.
I'm excited that we get to do this because honestly, there was never been a chance for our characters to meet.
No.
So
Yeah.
this
No.
is the closest I can ever get to being in a scene with you.
Totally. Let's do this every week.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of unexplored territory. Let's just do it again next week.
Totally. Let's
Not
do it.
Wednesday or Friday though, right?
No, yeah.
Not Wednesday or Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Follow and listen to NCIS Partners and Probies on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.